How's it going, everybody? Playing some more Minish Cap today, and today's video is a pretty long one. Originally it was about an hour and 26 minutes, so I tried to cut it down the best I could to get some of the unnecessary traversing out of the way and whatnot. So I think it should be cut pretty well. Anyways, there's a lot of Kinstone collecting, art pieces. And I think I start the Light Arrows quest this video. I don't remember if I put that for this video or next one. I believe it's for this one, but we'll see. If it is part of this video, then the next video is going to be just making our way to the third dungeon. Otherwise, it'll be in that video, but I think it might be in this video, so we'll just see. Right off the bat, I can actually get the Pegasus Boots because I have the mushroom from last video. And with these, probably hear my stomach growling. I'm a little hungry. But with these, you're allowed to go through the swamp now. So if you want, you can just skip through this video entirely and then just go straight to probably the next one, because I think I'm going to be getting all the stuff, like the Kinstone stuff, this video. One of the big things that I think I mentioned in a previous video is that you really want to be grinding like crazy for these Kinstone pieces, excuse me. Just because there's going to be moments when you're going to need them and you're not going to have any. And then at some point there's probably going to be like too many pieces that you have and you're not going to know what to do with them. So it's always better to have too many, because you can't really have too many, you know? At least not early on. Because there's always going to be something that you need to fuse. Or not need to fuse, but it'll definitely benefit you in some way. So just always be on the lookout for pieces. You can cut these bushes, you can cut the grass. I don't know what these are defined as. I want to say those are bushes, and then the other thing is grass. But I don't know. Anyways, one thing we can buy here is the bomb bag upgrade, but I believe it's 300 rupees, so I don't think I buy it this moment. 600, excuse me. So there's going to be an easier way to get some rupees later on, and that is actually the way that I go about getting the figurines. But unfortunately, I don't think we can do anything until after the next dungeon, so it's going to be a little bit yet, but sooner rather than later, we'll be able to access a bunch of rupees. Technically unlimited rupees. In terms of side items collected in this video, I know I get the rupee or the wallet upgrade. That honestly might be it. Besides the heart pieces and stuff, like in terms of inventory stuff, I don't think there's anything else besides the wallet upgrade that I get, but we'll see. Most of these chests that you're going to find out here are either going to contain Kinstone pieces or rupees. I can't remember which one it is, and seashells. And I think one of them has a special item. I don't remember which one it is, but it'll be in the video. And although the heart pieces aren't necessary, I would still recommend you get them. Like, this isn't a difficult game in terms of how the Oracle games were pretty difficult. Or maybe not like super difficult, but they had their moments, you know? This game also has its moments of easy and difficult times. So you just, I guess it just depends on your playstyle. If you want to play it safe, play it safe. If you want to grind like me, because it's going to pay off. Another thing that I don't think I mentioned in any of the previous videos, I actually just figured it out this video, so of course I wouldn't have mentioned it. You can buy those little pastry objects from the lady, and they will contain a Kinstone piece sometime. Now, I tried with save states, and those did not seem to affect the outcome, so it doesn't seem RNG related to a point that you can really change what you're going to get, at least not that I've discovered. But it is a way to get Kinstone pieces, because sooner or later you're going to get the piece that you want, it might take like 900 rupees, but eventually it's going to pop up. And that is a way to get all types of Kinstone pieces, except from the yellow ones, of course. There goes my stomach again. And I'm saying, I don't know. Gotta stop with that. I like that little sprite that, what's his face has. Gosh, I can't think of it. Aslo? Is that his name? I keep forgetting that. I know he's with me the entire game, but he never really felt like a sidekick, like a true sidekick to me, like Navi and Minda. Just doesn't qualify for me. But he's alright. And one thing you want to be careful with is skipping past dogs, because when you're small, you can actually fuse with some of them. So one of the times in my previous playthrough when I had no idea what I was missing some fusions for, it turned out to be the animals. So just kind of always be out on the lookout for that, just in case. I think that the 100 Kinstones are required for 100% completion, because I believe Tingle will give us a trophy. Which kind of makes this tedious, but not as tedious as the Korok Seeds and Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild, because that is absolutely ridiculous. But it is what it is. And we can actually acquire another technique here, which is going to be, I want to say... I wasn't even paying attention to the dialogue just there. Okay, it is the bottle and the rock breaking thing. And for the rocks you can break, they're going to be the ones up on the mountain, Mount Colonel, I think it's called. But you can break those rocks and pots now, which is pretty convenient. Lets you get through them a little bit faster if they're in your way. It's a cool little thing to have. It doesn't boost your damage or anything. Just, for some reason, Link couldn't break the pots or rocks before, but now he can, but it doesn't do anything to his strength. I don't really know how that works, but it's still nice to have. And the way that this guy works is, as soon as you buy out a stock, new stock will appear. You just need to make sure you buy all the pieces if you want to get a shot at each piece. And sometimes it might be the exact same set every time. Other times it's going to switch them up. So you have a wide variety of ways to get Kinstone pieces, but it's not always necessarily going to be the piece that you want. So I do like that there's many ways to go about getting Kinstone pieces. It's kind of annoying when it's relied on RNG. Like, you might pay for the green piece hundreds of times, but you still might never get the piece you want. Or you might get it on the first try. So now getting to the Kinstone Fusion stuff. This spot right here is going to be the wallet upgrade, which I get later on in this video. There's also some other secret caverns. I don't think that I unlocked this video, but that may be coming up later on. Some of them have some good items, others are just rupees or seashells. A good idea for now would be to start going after the seashells. They're the figurines, excuse me. Just because once there gets to be so many, it can be kind of difficult if you don't play the 100 seashells. Goodness, I can't say that word. If you don't play the... So the way the figurines work is... So, for each seashell, that is going to be 1% added to the probability of getting a new figurine. But earlier on, there's less figurines, so you're always pretty much guaranteed to get a good figurine, regardless of how many seashells you put down. But later on, you might be putting down too many seashells than necessary. I don't know how to phrase that better. I know it sounds really confusing. I did a poor job of explaining that. I apologize, but either way, you want to start on the figurines now rather than later, in my opinion at least. And here's the little fairy fountain. The fairies are always going to replenish every time you enter and exit the area, so if you need fairies, got some empty bottles, just come down here. Otherwise, I believe a good area to get some healing items would be from the witch, because I think she sells you potions. And here's the big wallet, which allows us to carry, I believe, 999 rupees, which is nice. And I think one of these cows might have a fusion available, but I didn't find any when I was talking to them. So I might be thinking of a different animal? I don't know. And then a quick little way to get through here is just to use your Pegasus Boots, because that is a quick way of traversal. And I think that there's going to be a chest that comes across here later, so you could just hold off on that heart piece until the treasure chest appears here. Otherwise, I believe the map does a decent job of showing where some stuff might be that you've had fusions for. But the cows all have interesting dialogue about full. Being full, that is. And this is the grass I was talking about earlier that you can also cut to get Kinstone pieces. So you can cut this grass, cut the bushes, cut the rocks. Now, when it comes to getting the blue and red pieces, I don't know if you can get them from cutting bushes or grass, because the only ones I found from cutting the bushes, the grass, and the rocks were the green pieces, so I don't know. I don't know if there's anywhere you can grind for the red and blue pieces that is free. I want to say I've gotten pieces in the graveyard before, but I could be wrong. But for the most part, the blue and red pieces just seem like they're most common in the dungeons and from treasure chests. And I don't think they are the most required ones. I think the green ones are, which is kind of nice, because then you can grind bushes and whatnot for the green pieces. But all in all, I think towards the end of the game you should have plenty of red and blue for a majority of the fusions. So that's not really something to worry about too much, but still, you're going to want to be a little bit cautious there when it comes to, say you don't want to get 100% Kinstone Fusions, but you do want to get certain rewards. Just be mindful of what you're using and what you're not using, because you might use a piece that you want later on, and then you won't have that piece anymore, so just be careful. And up here is an interesting little Minish hut. And for some reason, you can't see them when you're fully grown Link, which is weird when you look at how big they are in comparison to some of these items. You should be able to see them, but you can't. And I'm hoping that nobody's ever stepped on one before, but you never know. It's probably happened at least once. And a lot of these Minish up in the attics, they have fusions available. Now, the items aren't necessarily great. Like I said, it's either going to be seashells, Kinstone pieces, or rupees. But the chests, I guess, are... I don't know, actually. Like, towards the end game, like, there's no point for rupees or anything. Or seashells. Seashells are just for the figurines, so... I don't know. I don't know the point I was trying to make there. Alright, so coming over here, this is going to be the way to get the next bottle. And that's the other item I was thinking of from one of the treasure chests. I want to say it's either in Lake Hylia or the Minish Woods. That is where one of the chests is going to be, and it's going to contain the bottle. So if you want three bottles before you head to the next dungeon, well, then you can get 3 bottles. For some reason, this guy can hear Link when he's small. Now that leads me to a question. I don't know how this would work. Can people see Link when he's small because he's not Minish and only Link can see the Minish? Could they still see Link, or is he protected by some sort of Minish magic? I don't know. It's just something to think about. So to fully have access to the bottle, you need to travel to Lake Hylia. So that is going to be our stop eventually. Next up is going to be... Well, originally it was me grinding for pieces. In case you're wondering where I tried to grind for pieces, I bought a ton of the pastries from the bakery. Cut a lot of the grass, cut some rocks, just to try and get some red pieces, but I never got any red or blue pieces from cutting grass or anything. So there's as far as I know, no way to get red and blue Kinstone pieces from bushes. But perhaps later on. I'm not certain. And we confused with this little cuckoo chick. And is this the one that... Okay, this frees up one of the fountains up here. And then you can actually go in that top little hole up there, and then the bottom stairs, and each will have a little reward. I think one of them is a heart piece on both sides. And what was I gonna say? The other fountain fusion, I think that's around here somewhere. I don't remember where, but we'll come across it eventually. Oh yeah, we can't fuse with this guy, so that's gonna be one I have to come back to. Because I don't think I remember to get the dog. Although some of the fusions do, like, go to different people. For example, Milan has one, but there's gonna be occasions when you can't fuse with her. And I think that might be because it traveled to a different person. Because if you fuse with a certain person that another person would have a fusion for, the original fusion over the person that you didn't fuse with isn't gonna be there anymore. So this guy has a piece that ended up being pretty rare for me. It actually took me the most grinding for. That was the piece I was going for. And it turned out the piece the guy needs, it was in the treasure chest that you get from Tingle's Fusion. Now, I don't know if it's going to be the same for everyone. I don't know if the treasure chest Kinstone pieces are randomized or not. I would assume maybe not. So it's worth a shot to go up there and see if you can get the Kinstone piece that I needed from up there, but you never know. Maybe it'll be the piece you need, maybe not. So, the reason I kept this part in, the grinding, is because, as though he actually makes a little comment on some of the rooms in Link's house, so I always like to keep those little one-time dialogues in, just so that people can view them, listen to them. I'll listen to the little beeping sounds, and just see them. So again, that's one of the pieces that I was missing, which I do get this video. I think the dog might be the only one that I don't get this video. And there's a Kinstone piece, which I showed this just because, or didn't get this out just because I want to show that the frequency with how often you're gonna get Kinstone piece. Goodness gracious, Kinstone pieces is gonna vary just by the RNG. Sometimes you're gonna get 2 Kinstone pieces like right after each other. Other times you're not gonna get any pieces for such a long time. You're gonna forget they even come from bushes. It really just depends on if the game likes you or not. So this is the part, I believe... Okay, I missed this little... I want to call it a weather vane, but it's not. I don't know what it's called. Like a stone thingy? It's definitely called a stone thingy. But we can make our way up here, and then this is going to be the chest I was talking about. Right. Oh no, this isn't the part. Whoops. I hadn't fused with Tingle yet. So this is the Hyrule Castle part. Now, to get over to the other side, you're gonna need to be small for now. Or actually, no, I don't think we can get over there yet, can we? I don't know. So, the reason I don't know a lot of these things is because I actually filmed this video, I think on Monday, and I'm doing this commentary and stuff today on Friday. So, I don't exactly remember a whole lot of stuff I did. I know we can't access this guy yet because it's too dark in the room, and for some reason this wise man needs to see light. And he does not have a fusion at the moment. I believe he might when the lights are on. Maybe not. But there's going to be some of the swordsmiths that, or whatever they're called, that are going to have fusions available. Just not this guy at the moment. And now that we have Pegasus Boots, we can run into these bushes, knock those little leaves off, and we can turn the Minish. And here's another heart piece, which we will be filling the heart container in this video. So first off, I'm gonna shrink down here, and then I'm gonna take a peek and see what's up in this hedge. Nope, I take the stairs first. It is interesting, all these little Minish hiding places. Like, what did they put all these chests here for? Are they for backup, for reserves, in case something really goes down with the Minish? But I think they said that the Minish only seen like every 100-something years, meaning that all this stuff has been here for like 100 years? Which I don't know how that all works, but I don't know. I don't fully understand the Minish lore. But weren't the Minish, were they ever in another game? I don't know. So now we can head over here. We can get the smaller reward, but we can't become big to get the bigger reward, which is unfortunate. Because I think the smaller reward is actually a heart piece. Or the bigger reward is actually a heart piece. But I could be wrong. Probably am wrong. But you never know, because this is also seashells. Or shells. I don't think there's seashells. I can't say that word. Seashells sitting at the seashore, or however that goes. I don't know. But for some reason, Link can't climb when he's Minish, probably because he loses all his muscle or something. I don't know. Anyways, we are done here for now. Because Link does not want to sneak past the guards yet. And the guards don't want to move yet. And for those who are watching, wondering when the Sam Hill, we're going to be done collecting all these Kinstone pieces and fusions and whatnot, don't worry, we are more than halfway done with the video. Not necessarily with all the fusions. But this is probably going to be one of the more grindy videos. I don't think there's going to be too many Kinstone grindy videos, although there may be one, at least one more, that is this length, if not longer. But otherwise, I think majority of the fusions are just going to be kind of here and there kind of things. You know, seeing the map like that, does it work in this game where you can go after different elements at different times? But can I get the, like, highly one first? I don't know.